Folkers Herholt is a South African survivalist who spends his nights alone in some of the most dangerous wilderness on the continent. His channel is dedicated to solo survival challenges in the raw African bush. No crew, no backup, just him and whatever the wild decides to send his way. Leopards, buffalo, apex predators that could end the night early. But in this particular video, on the night of June 23, 2026, deep in the Klaserie area just outside Krueger National Park, the bush sent him something he wasn't prepared for. Two things actually, and neither of them waited for him to fall asleep.
I think it's time to get a bit of wood together. It's really weird. There are these dark clouds here. It feels like summer. Very strange. Very strange. It's middle of winter. There's a warm wind blowing, feels like summer, and it looks like it might rain. That's insane.
Camp setup underway, and then the wind comes in, violent, unseasonably warm, completely wrong for the middle of a South African winter. The bush has its own rhythm, its own predictable pulse of sound and movement that experienced people learn to read. And this isn't it. Something in the environment has already shifted before anything visible has happened. The air itself feels off.
Back in business, tent is fixed. I really wanted to do that because if the wind picks up tonight and that tent pin is broken, it will stick right through the tent and the tent might collapse.
Night falls, and the wind reaches its peak. With it, everything else disappears. Every ambient sound the bush normally provides, the rustle of grass, the distant movement of animals, the small acoustic signals that tell you where things are and how close they're getting, gone, swallowed entirely by the wind. He's cooking by the fire in a location where the wildlife can and does kill, and he can no longer hear any of it approaching.
Yeah, there's some monkeys right here. Yeah, they're not too happy, eh? And that's where that leopard walks. It's right here. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that.
Then the monkeys go off. Alarm calls, frantic, sustained, erupting from directly above a known animal trail. In the African bush, that sound means one thing and one thing only. Something that hunts is close. Something large enough and dangerous enough to trigger that level of response is actively moving near his position, most likely a leopard. He can't see it, he can't hear it over the wind. He simply knows, based on everything around him, that it's there.
There's no way I'm going down there now. So I'm in my tent, in bed, comfortable, and this is insane. I'm not used to this anymore. It feels so cool. I did hear something here though. There's something very close. I'm gonna sleep under the stars now. Not really. Under African skies in a tent. You can say it that way. But until later, if I hear anything, I will obviously record it, even if it's just audio. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Inside the tent now, listening, heavy, distinct movements, not distant, close, right at the edge of the campsite, tracking past on the other side of a thin layer of fabric. He lies completely still and waits for whatever it is to move on. Morning comes. He steps outside and finds what the darkness had been hiding. Massive, fresh buffalo tracks pressed into the ground directly beside the tent. A herd had bedded down inches from where he was sleeping, and nearby, unmistakable, the sharp territorial smell of fresh cat urine along the perimeter. The leopard had been there too, both of them, in the dark, while he lay motionless on the other side of the canvas and waited for daylight. That was not a close call in the casual sense of the phrase. That was the genuine article. Kevin runs a channel called Small Plots, a channel built around camping in forests, remote locations, and occasionally places where he's not exactly supposed to be. His content has developed a following, partly because of how genuine it is, and partly because spending that much time outdoors means strange things happen eventually. This particular video, he wasn't alone. He'd brought his friend Sean along, and Sean's dog, Luna. That detail would matter later.
I'm here with my buddy Sean.
Hello.
If you've been on the channel before, you know Sean. He comes on many an adventure.
I've been here a couple times.
He's been here a couple times, and of course, Sean's dog Luna. Look at Luna, that cute little gal right there. She's ready for an adventure, aren't you, Luna? Aren't you, Luna?
They found a good spot, got the camp set up, and lit a fire.
You got it, little guy. Here we go. You got yourself a fire.
You gotta wait till it burns a little longer before you say the line.
What do you mean? This is guaranteed success. I already
There's nothing
know.
on fire but the birch bark.
I already guarantee that this has success. Cut to a huge fire later. This is gonna look at it. I just knew already, bro.
I know. I feel it too, man.
You feel it?
I feel it. You feel. I feel like this is.
Tonight.
I feel like this fire is gonna be lit. There's something about this fire
Something about it.
makes me
I can't
think
put my finger on it.
it's gonna be a fire.
Oh yeah, dude.
The night was settling in comfortably around them. Food was on, the mood was easy, and then something came out of the trees. Not something they could see, something they could hear.
What was that?
That was very strange.
I know we've been joking around, but what was that? That had to have been a person, right?
It sounded like a person at first, but then the hooting of it sounded like a crazy bird. I don't know.
I've never heard that in the woods. It was like, ooh,
But really high pitched.
yeah, it sounded like a monkey.
Yeah.
It sounded like a monkey or
I
something.
thought it was like a woman hooting. And then a hoo, hoo, hoo. Like a,
Should we respond? Ooh, ooh. What was that?
totally ruined that pizza log.
I've never heard that in the woods. Ever.
Yeah.
That sounded like a monkey. And it wasn't far. That was close. That was a close by thing. What was that? I just want to keep rolling in case it happens again. That was spine. That was spine tingling.
Yeah, I don't even know what
That
to
was
think
that
about
was
what that
chilling. I don't know what that was. It sounded like a person. I've never heard an animal around here make that sound. That had to have been a person.
A sound from somewhere deep in the forest, and the part that unsettled both of them was that neither could identify it. These weren't first-time campers. Between them, they'd spent a lot of nights in places like this. They knew the sounds a forest makes. This wasn't one of them. It was high-pitched, rhythmic, almost human, but not quite. They compared it to a monkey at one point, which tells you everything about how out of place it sounded in a forest in this part of the world. And it wasn't distant, it was close.
Yeah, I have a chill down my spine. I don't know what is happening.
I keep hearing things.
Yeah,
Not that same thing, but
yeah,
creepy.
like things around us. Anytime we like kind of lose focus on what's around us and get into a conversation, we start hearing things like walking towards us again. Like almost like something's waiting for us to keep talking. I don't see any eyes. I'm very uneasy right now.
And we've camped deeper in this forest.
Yeah, this isn't that deep. I mean, we're in a deep forest, but the forest road is over that way.
The sound changed the energy of the night completely. What had been relaxed and easy was now something else. Kevin went to check the surrounding area. He didn't see anything, but he did find something. Trash, scattered in the woods not far from their camp. Evidence that someone had been there before, recently maybe, which meant whatever had made that sound could have been human. And if it was human, and it was still nearby, then the question of why it was hiding in the trees instead of just approaching the camp carried its own unpleasant implications.
I walked much farther that way. I didn't see anything, but I had to film because I came back. And there's just a bunch of like garbage right here randomly in the woods. Thought that was weird. Yeah, I walked pretty far that way, maybe 100 yards further that way. I heard nothing, or I saw nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm freaked out, but I feel like the best way to confront a problem is to run directly into it. I didn't see anything. Walking back to the site now. That was weird.
The most likely explanation, no fire visible nearby, and a dog that wasn't fully alarmed, points to an animal. Some animals produce sounds that are genuinely difficult to place, especially at night, especially when you're already on edge. The forest has a way of amplifying everything after dark. Sounds carry further, details feel sharper, and the mind starts filling in gaps that should probably stay empty. But here's the thing, even if it was just an animal, the rest of that night was gone. The ease, the relaxation, the whole point of being out there in the first place, replaced by two people flinching at every snap of a branch. That's worth thinking about. If a place stops feeling safe, whether the threat is real or perceived, the trip has already ended in any meaningful sense. There's no shame in packing up and leaving when your instincts are telling you something is wrong. In fact, it's usually the right call. Nothing happened to them that night, but the sound they heard in those trees is still, to this day, something neither of them has been able to explain. Connor, the man behind the Explorer Returns, uploaded this video on March 27, 2026. If you follow his channel, you already know what he does. He goes to the places most people actively avoid, not by accident, not out of ignorance, but deliberately, with a camera running and a clear sense of what he's walking into. Before heading to this particular location, Connor had come across a Facebook post from someone who had visited the same spot recently and found suspicious figures lingering around the footpath. The very next day, a second post appeared. A different person, same area, describing how people had jumped out of the hedges and robbed her. Two people, two separate visits. One very clear pattern. For most, that pattern would read as a warning. For Connor, it read as a reason to go. He brought two friends along, Ross and Adam. The three of them settled close to the footpath, set up their equipment, and waited. They didn't have to wait long.
Hey, fucking. He keeps looking back at us. Yeah, he's just stood there. He's kneeling down. He's creeping back up on us. I'm not, guys, come out the tent a sec and look at this, what I'm seeing. He's over there and he's like creeping around out there. Down there.
Someone was watching them, a single figure at a distance, not approaching, but not looking away either, just observing, studying. There's a very particular kind of unease that comes with that moment. The realization that someone has been watching you without your knowledge, and the understanding that they know you've noticed, and still they don't stop. It's not quite fear, it's the moment just before fear. The moment your body registers something your mind is still trying to explain away.
There's another one, there's another person. There's two people. They're not talking to each other, so they're not part of the same. I think it's just a regular guy walking past. I just heard something that way. Do you smoke it? Through the... Yeah, there's two of them. Why did I just walk? Because, I don't know, because he's in... He'll come back. Oh, he's coming back. He's smoking. I reckon that's the one. No, that's not the one. The one we're looking for that's got a blue hoodie, wears a belly, and he normally comes down to hang at this lamppost right here.
This guy's coming now. We're stuck there. Should we walk past?
No, he's stopping. What's he doing? He's looking for something.
One person watching is unsettling enough. What Connor and his friends discovered next was something else. The lone figure wasn't alone. There were others, and they were all watching. The group moved back and forth along the path in a slow, deliberate pattern, never approaching directly, never fully leaving. For over 40 minutes, they paced that stretch of ground, and Connor and his friends tracked every movement, kept their voices low, and held their position. Eventually, the group dispersed. An hour passed without incident. Maybe, just maybe, that was the end of it. It wasn't.
He'll start to get the sus. Oh yeah, there he is. He's right there. Fuck off. He's right there. He's right there. Yeah, that is definitely him.
He must be staring out at him.
Yeah, he must be. Yeah. Fuck off. There's another person over there. Oh shit. Is this the second one? It must be him. No, he's got a balaclava up. He's got a balaclava up above his face. We're surrounded. There's one over there. There's another one further down.
They came back. The same group, same positions. One of them now wearing a balaclava, and this time, they were on multiple sides. Connor and his friends pressed down low, kept still, spoke in near whispers. There's a very specific kind of stress that comes with watching people pace around you in the dark, pretending not to see you when you know they can. Your body goes quiet. You just watch, you wait, and you hope they move on again. They did. For the second time that night, the group drifted away. Adam had seen enough. He slipped away quietly, went home. Connor and Ross stayed a little longer, weighing up whether holding their ground made any sense. It didn't, not really. Staying felt less like courage and more like stubbornness.
That's the one that walked past us a minute ago. Fuck. Is that the one? Yeah, that is the one. Yep.
Weird.
Oh, fuck this shit. I'm done.
They packed up and left, but leaving a place like that doesn't mean you're done with it. That's the part nobody tells you. The danger ends, but the feeling follows you. Every shadow on the walk back looks deliberate. Every sound from the trees feels like it has intent. For most people, that sensation is a clear message from somewhere deep and instinctive. Don't come back. Connor made it home. The video ended, but the people on that path were still there. And the next person to walk that footpath without knowing what waits along, it may not get the same outcome. Tasha isn't a content creator in the traditional sense. She posts short videos occasionally, snapshots of her life, nothing more. But one afternoon by the river, with just her dog for company, she captured something that spread quickly once people started watching it. She was out by the water trying to enjoy some quiet time in nature when she heard it. Movement. Someone coming through the water toward her. Her dog picked up on it before she fully processed what was happening. That's when she started recording.
This guy down here doesn't see me sitting here, and he's trying to creep up. Just do it like this. See his head right there. He's getting closer to it. He has no idea I'm sitting here. He doesn't see me yet. What are you doing? You can't get out here, sir. No! Don't! They'll come. They'll come. What are you doing?
The dog moved toward the man immediately. No hesitation, no uncertainty, just the kind of direct, certain reaction animals have when something doesn't feel right. Tasha kept her composure, called out to him, waited to see if he'd respond like a normal person would. He didn't.
You're not taking my tube, boy. I'm recording. It is. I seen all of you. I got all of you on camera.
I'm with them, right?
Then go get with them.
What Tasha didn't know at the time, and only found out afterward, was who she was actually dealing with. The man was out on parole. His criminal record included drug offenses, sexual assault, and weapons possession. That context changes everything about how that interaction reads. A woman, alone by a river, with a man like that moving through the water toward her, creeping, as she put it herself, while she sat there unaware. The dog may have been the only reason he stopped. People in the comments later confirmed he was sent back to prison for violating the terms of his parole. Some consequences catch up eventually, but the unsettling part of this story isn't how it ended. It's how close it came to going another way entirely, and the fact that the only thing standing between Tasha and that man was a dog that refused to back down.
The next video comes from the Outdoor Outlaws UK, a British channel built around wilderness camping and survival in some of the country's most remote landscapes. The date is April 6th, 2026. The location, the Peak District, England. The team makes camp near a reservoir, and from the start the conditions are against them. Rain moves in early, the shelters are improvised. Drinking water is pulled straight from the reservoir. There's no safety net out here. Just open terrain, heavy weather, and however much preparation they brought with them. It's exposed country, and it doesn't forgive mistakes.
Been through some creepy woods.
Can hear noises as well.
A lot of strange noises up here. We're in the middle of nowhere as well. The nearest road's miles away. Here we go. It's coming up on it now, I think. What the f, man?
Hobbits all there.
Wow. Anybody in? Hello? Oh, jeez! Go on, yeah. Any hobbits in there?
Oh, that's crazy.
Ah, what the hell? Literally in the middle of nowhere, people. We found a little shrine.
So are people write their little messages to...
Moving deeper into the area, they come across something unexpected, an old burial ground. The gravestones are weathered, worn down by years of neglect. Whatever once maintained this place, no one has kept up with it for a long time. There's no immediate danger here, but the mood shifts. What was a natural wilderness a few minutes ago now feels layered with something older, something that had been there long before they arrived.
What's that there? There's a bone. It's a bone, mate.
What the hell is going on?
It's
It's a mud bone.
You're going to crouch down to get out there, aren't you, lad? Let's get this on footage.
Holy shit! It's Bigfoot! Little cross on the roof. It's a lovely engineered roof, aren't it? Someone's took the time to build this.
Yeah. Getting back down to the bottom, another 25-minute walk that was. Cross the bridge, get to the burial ground. Ooh. Ooh.
Bigfoot on a bridge.
Some more ruins there. Looks massive. Hey! Look at this, man. Little tree walkway. Spooky. Hey, just got to this burial ground. Right. And our camp's just around the corner from this.
That's all crossing it.
Yeah. Look at that metal one there.
That's what I mean. All that. Bet these were the people that lived at the hall.
Yeah.
Servants and butlers and things like that. They've been buried here probably.
Please respect this burial ground. Who's that? Samuel Dominic Grimshaw.
Arthur Grimshaw. They probably owned the hall, didn't they, where we're sleeping?
Samuel Grimshaw, Arthur Grimshaw.
From the burial ground, they push on through the surrounding ruins before eventually turning back toward camp. The light is fading. The terrain demands more attention in the dark. The decision to head back is calm and deliberate. Nobody panics, nobody runs. But it's a decision shaped by everything around them. And that's really what this moment is about. Not a single dramatic event. It's the accumulation. Rain soaking through, ground that doesn't feel stable, miles between them and the nearest road. And now, a burial ground sitting just around the corner from where they sleep. None of it is enough on its own, but stacked together, it changes how a place feels. And in locations like this, the real weight isn't what you see, it's where you are, and the quiet realization of how long you've been there.
And that's it for tonight's video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. New videos drop every week and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Drop a comment below. Which story got to you the most? Or share your own if something like this has ever happened to you. Stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next one.